Hello, everybody. Tuesday Yoga with Eva. For today's class, you will need a strap. Block is always nice to have. So, if you are ready to start a class, I would like you to sit in the center of your mat. You can place the blocks or any pillow underneath your hips so you get comfortable there. And we're going to begin our class seated today. Once you get comfortable in the center of your mat, turning the palms up, placing them on top of your knees. Your second finger and your thumb can touch gently, or you can even apply a gentle pressure between those two fingers. See if you can find your pulse. And we're going to concentrate on our breath, trying to slow it down and even it out by taking a deep breath through your nose, expanding the belly in every direction like a balloon, and exhaling fully. We're going to relax into your shoulder. You can have your eyes closed or looking up. Well, let's stay here another 10 breaths. Really slow it down as much as you can and feel comfortable with. Try not to breathe too much into your upper body, into your shoulders and your upper chest. Just try to contain the breath in your lower ribs. Make them expand sideways. And another breath. And then you slowly open your eyes if you had them closed. We're going to inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, bring it down through your heart. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale. And exhale through the center. You're going to inhale, arms come up. Exhale, placing one hand to your side, reach over. Inhaling through the center, a little bit of a forward fold. And then exhaling, placing the left hand down, the right hand down, and reach over. Inhale again, coming from the front to the side. So match the movement to the breath. And go as far front and as side bend as you can and feel comfortable with. Let's go 2 more times. From left to right. And next time you're on your left side, you're going to stay there. And you reach. So you can bend into that elbow. Make sure your both sits bones stay on the ground. You reach or look up into your arm. Try to align the neck with the rest of your spine. You don't have the head forward, see if you can push it gently back and reach over. See if you can do a little bit more back bend here, stretching, pushing the right hip down to the floor. And next, inhale, coming to the center. Exhale, goes to the other side. Same thing happening here. Make sure your left hip bone stays on the ground and you're reaching. You can bend into that right elbow, Deepen that side bend. Look up into that arm. Align the neck with the rest of your spine. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, coming back to the center. Both arms come up. And as you exhale, lean forward. Walk your hands as far as you can. 5 more breaths. Relax here, keeping both sits bones on the ground. And inhale, walk your hands a little bit further. And as you exhale, walk them back center. Bring the hands behind you and push the chest forward. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. A little bit back here. Breathe here for another 3 breaths. Look up towards the ceiling. And slowly exhale, come back up center. Sitting nice and tall. Inhaling, both arms come up one more time. This time we're going to twist towards the right side. Left hand reaches to the right knee and you twist for 5 breaths. Keeping the spine straight and tall. No leaning back with your body. We'll look over your shoulder. Last inhale. Exhale, come back center. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling, twisting the other way. Right hand, left knee. Left hand reaches back. You're looking over your left shoulder. Spine is straight and tall. 3 more breaths. And then inhale. Exhale, come back to the center. This time we're going to bring our hands forward and give ourselves a little hug. Curling into our hug. So let the lower back go back. And inhale, opening through the arms, pushing the chest forward. Going again, inhale, hug yourself, round the back, pull the belly button in. Inhale, open up. 2 more times. Exhale, hug yourself, lean back. And last time. Beautiful. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to push ourselves up onto our knees. We're going to warm up our wrist here a little bit. So I want you to be gentle and don't go past the point of pain. Should feel like a nice stretch. So here we're going to simply inhale, lean gently forward so you're over your wrist. Shoulders are over and then exhale, come back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, come back. Keep your fingers spread as wide as you can. Shifting your weight forward like you would do in chaturanga. Come back in. 2 more times. And the last time. This time I want you to sit back on your heels. And bring your hands closer to your knees. This time you're gonna you're gonna position the fingers towards your knees. And they shouldn't be too far away, about a hand apart or one hand away from your knees. But we're trying to push everything down. So if this is enough, I'm gonna stretch into your forearms here. Just stay here and breathe. If you want to sit back a little bit, or just move back and forth, just a gentle, feeling the stretch, relaxing into the shoulders, maybe rocking back and forth, depending how tight your forearms are, this might be a little intense, so be kind. Keep breathing through this. How about 2 more rounds of breath? And then slowly coming out of that, be kind again, gentle, sit back on your heels, maybe roll your wrists, maybe shake them up, whatever, good, feels good. And while we're sitting here, I'm just shaking, releasing into our forearms here. I want us to do a few circles in our shoulders just to warm them up. So it's nothing special, simple, rolling them back and forth. So do 6 in each direction. Try to exaggerate it, so make them as big as you can, warming up through that joint. And then we go reverse. 6 in each direction at your own time. Hopefully you will feel a little bit of a warmth in that joint, in those 2 joints. And whenever you get ready, come back onto that, into the tabletop, spread your fingers wide. You're gonna start a little bit of a faster pace move now. So if you need to slow down or take a break at any point, do that. So we're spreading our fingers wide, pushing the palms into the mat so you feel a slight roundedness through your shoulder blade area. Curling the toes under. You're gonna lift through the knees. Hovering here for a moment. So hover. Use that core. And then traction those fingers forward like you are stuck, but you're trying to go forward anyway. That's gonna push your hips back. Sink those hips on your heels or as close as you can. And then straighten the legs out. You can push the feet a little bit further if you need to. And then start paddling those feet. I want you to turn the inside of your elbows up towards the ceiling. So you're gonna feel the rotation in your shoulders from being forward to opening up. But don't change anything in your head. It's all happening within your shoulder joint. And for the last 2 breaths, just paddle 1 foot at a time, or you can push both heels down, whatever feels nice. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale, shift our weight forward. First chaturanga, so we shift our weight gently a little bit more, lower down to the ground, elbows tucked in. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog, down to a child's pose. And again, if you need to give your wrists a little bit of a rest so we can move them around. Last breath in the child's pose. And then we're going back into our downward dog. So get ready, spread those fingers, push those hips back towards the ceiling and back wall behind you. Lifting through the right leg up. And I use our core here. So on the next exhale, bringing the knee under towards your nose. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, lift back up, lift the left. Exhale, same knee, same elbow. So the right elbow, right knee, you can touch if you can. Exhale, lift back up. Now go again through the center on the next exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, opposite knee, opposite elbow. Come back up. And then lower down to the floor. Beautiful. Come back into a child's pose for me. Again, if you need to roll your wrists, that's fine too. And then get ready. Spreading those fingers wide. Come into that tabletop. Push those hips back into that downward dog. This time, left leg lifts. And on your next exhale, shift your body forward, bring the knee under. And inhale, lift back up. Exhale, same knee, same elbow. Inhale, back into that downward dog. Exhale, center. Knee towards your nose. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, cross knee under you towards the opposite elbow. Inhale it. Exhale, hands down. Knees down. Sink back in a child's pose. And again, rolling your wrists if needed. And then we're gonna come back into that tabletop position. Back in a tabletop, spread those fingers. One more time into that downward dog. Right leg lifts. And as you exhale, bring the knee forward and place your foot between your hands. Place the knee down. And as you inhale, lift your body up. Push your hips forward. Exhale, hands down. Lift the knee. Inhale here. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Step your feet back into that plank. And from the plank, you're going to push back into the downward dog. This time, left leg lifts. And as you exhale, bring your knee under and then place your foot between your hands. Knee comes down. Inhale, lift up into that low lunge. Exhale, hands down, lift the knee on an inhale. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sweep your arms sideways all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Let's go again, sun salutation. Inhale, both arms comes up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards the knees, straighten your backs. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back into the plank. Inhale, shift weight forward, elbows locked, knees down if needed. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale into downward dog or child's pose if you had too many downward dogs. Lift the right knee up, leg up. Exhale, bring the foot forward. Knee comes down, exhale, and you inhale. Lift up. Exhale, hands down. Keep the right hand, left hand down on the floor. Inhale here and exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, hand to the floor. Inhale, lift through the back leg, knees on the floor. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knee. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, down to the center. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Sliding the fingertips, straightening the back on an inhale. Exhale, hands down, stepping into the plank. Inhale, shifting the weight forward, elbows locked in, lower down. Inhale, up into cobra, upward dog. Exhale into downward dog or the child's pose. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Inhale, exhale, lower the knee down. And next, inhale, come on up into that low lunge. Exhale, both hands to the floor, right next to your foot. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Keep your hips forward. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift through the back leg, knees off the floor. And as you exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come on up. And exhale through the center. Beautiful. A little bit warm now, hopefully. All of us. So we're going to bring the right leg, left leg in the air. And then you're going to bend into the front leg and step it back, turning your toes sideways. And trying to, you can have your feet apart. They don't have to be one behind each other. And then instead of having the hips side, I want you to try to twist them as forward as you can. So into warrior one, hips are facing the front of your mat. Your front knee is slightly bent. You're pushing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat. And then inhale, arms come up, a little bit of back bend. If that's not for you today, bring in the hands to your heart. Let's stay here for 6 breaths. So in a back bend or not, relax into your shoulders. Keep pushing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat. Engaging through the side of your leg and your glute. Try to maybe slow down your breath. We moved a little bit faster, so this is your time to regain that length and ease to your breath. On the next exhale, hands come back to the center. We're going to step the back foot forward and release. Same thing on the other side. This time the right leg lifts, bend into the front leg, and then step it back. Again, you can have it as wide as you like, as long as your hips are coming forward. Outer edge of your foot is pushing into the mat. You're bending into the front knee gently, and you still have alignment. And then an inhale, arms up, a little bit back bend, or hands to your heart. Keep pushing the hips forward and the outer edge into your mat. 6 breaths, or 5 at this point, 5 more. Keep pushing the outer edge of your foot on the back foot in. Don't let that go. Next, exhale, hands come to your heart. Just step the back foot forward. And we're going to go into a balancing pose, so you might need a strap. I'm going to grab mine. So it's up to you. If you have one, please grab it. If not, you can do as much as you can. You can hold on to your toes or just use your hands and put them under your foot. So we're going to hook in our right foot. Okay. And once you have that hooked on, I want you to really push down through your left foot. So try to even out the pressure between your big toe, maybe pinky toe and your heel, so you feel like you're a tricep. You're standing really tripod, not a tricep. All right, so now you can bend into the right leg a little bit, bring it up as high as you can, and then stretch the leg out. You pull in the belly button, squeeze the standing leg. If you can't do that, feel free to just bend your knees if you don't have a strap, and just hold on to your knee. You can do that with leg bend. You hold it here. And then we're going to slowly start opening the leg to the side. Balance, pull the belly in. Again, you can be doing it with your knee bent, opening to the side. So your choice. I have to rebalance myself. Keep holding here for another 5 breaths. Standing, squeezing that standing leg. And then slowly bringing the leg back center. Bending and releasing into the floor. Nice work. We're going to do the same on the other side. So this time step the left foot in. Or again, bend your right and left knee. Once you have that done, trying to balance on that right foot. Pressure between the big toe, pinky, and heel are the same. Try to really ground down through the right foot. And then whenever ready, start lifting that leg up. Hold on to it. Pull in the belly. Squeeze the standing leg and glute. Belly button in. Ribs are knitted. Relax the shoulders. And whenever you're ready, start opening through that leg. Lift as high as you can or want. Pull the belly in, squeeze that standing leg. 5 more breaths. See if we can pull that leg a little bit higher. And then slowly bring your leg back center. Bending and releasing it to the floor. Beautiful. You can get rid of your band or your strap. And we're going to be at the front of our mat for a little longer here. So we're going to go back into our sun salutation. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, elbows walking lower down to the ground. Inhale, squeeze your glute, lift up into a cobra upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, step your foot forward. Knee comes down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, up into a low lunge. Hold it here for 3 breaths. Really push the hips forward. Hands can come to your heart or on top of your leg. Wherever you want them. Really sink deep into that. Beautiful. Now, inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, I want you to shift your weight back, lean forward, stretch your toes. A little bit of a flow here. So inhale, up. Exhale, back. Sit back. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. 2 more times. And next time you shift your hips back, you're going to stay here now. Hands down on the mat. Try to get the belly down towards your thigh and breathe. Lift your toes, flex them towards your face. 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, you're going to shift your weight back forward, reach up into a back bend. Exhale, keep the body forward, hand down to the floor. Exhale, twist into it. Want a little bit more intensity, feel free to lift through the knee and twist. Hold it here for 4 more breaths. So knee can be on the floor or off the floor. And next, exhale, hands come down to the mat, lifting through the back knee. And then stepping the back foot forward. Pull yourself down towards your legs. Inhale, slide the fingertips straight in the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips, knees, straighten those back. Exhale, hands on the floor, stepping into that plank. Inhale, shift right forward, lock the elbow lower down to the ground. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog, shoulders down. Exhale into downward dog. Right, left leg lifts this down. As you exhale, bring it forward between your hands. Knee comes down, uncurl the toes. Shift your hips forward on the next inhale, lift the arms up. And hold. So your hips are shifting forward, feeling the stretch on the inner side and above your thigh. 2 more breaths. So we're gonna inhale here. Exhale, shift our way back, lift the toes off the floor. And sit back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, shift back. 2 more breaths. So go at your own pace. Don't let me slow you down or speed you up. Next time your hips shift back, you're gonna stay there. Lifting the toes, pulling them towards your face. 4 breaths. Here you can be slightly bent or stretch your arm, but never lock it. And then on your next inhale, shift your weight back forward into the lunge, lower back bend. Exhale, hands down your waist. Your hips are still shifting forward, right hand next to your left foot. Exhale, twist into it. And if you like, you can lift the knee and twist. So knee down or up, your choice. 3 more breaths. And then exhale, hands come down. Lift the knee, if it's on the floor, and then push yourself forward into the forward fold. Pull your knees, yourself towards your knees. Inhale, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. We have to make our way back down to the mat, so we go through vinyasa one more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips towards the knees, straight back. Exhale, hands on the floor, stepping it back into a plank. Inhale, lock elbows and shift your weight forward, knees down if needed, lower down. Inhale up. Let's hold it in our cobra for about 4 breaths. So cobra, if you need to go down to a swing, putting your elbows on the floor, feel free to do that too. 2 more breaths. Squeeze your glutes. And then pushing yourself up and over, rounding through the back into a child's pose. Your forehead on the floor. Hands can reach up, or if you want to bring them next to your hips, feel free to do that. We'll be here for 4 more breaths. So take this time to slow down your breath again, and let's speed up. And slowly lifting the forehead off the mat. Walk your fingers as far as you can. Look where they are. Beautiful stretch through the underarms. So really reach as far. Keep your fingertips only on the floor, keeping your hips back. And then slowly walk your hands to the right, keeping the both sits bones where they are. Don't move to the side. Simply walk your hands to the right. Breathe. And then slowly walk your hands back to the center and to the left. Continue to the left. And again, you want to be reaching through the right hand as far as you can, if only on your fingertips. This is an active stretch. We're not just passively lying there. We're trying to go as far as we can. One more breath. Slowly walk yourself back to the center and push yourself up onto your heels. And we're going to sit back on our hips. You can probably sit sideways on your mat, but hopefully so you can still see me. We're going to bring our one foot in front of us, one next to our hips. So sitting like this. And again, if you would like to use your block, maybe you might need to have one next to your hips. We'll be coming into the pushing hips forward. So if you know you want to use a little bit more support for that hand, feel free to place the block right next to your hips. So place your hand down, and that's where the block would go. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna place the hand or fingertips next to our hips. And on an inhale, we're gonna push our hips forward and do a little bit of back bend here. And then like we did at the beginning, on the next inhale, we're gonna sweep through the center, place the other hand behind you, and lift up. So let's go a few breaths moving side to side. This is more of a push of your hips forward. The other one is just a little movement, but a little more intense. So one more time in each direction. And then next time your hand is on your right, as we can place the block down if you like, if you want to go deeper into it. And then we'll lift and push. I want those hips to be pushed forward. Squeeze your glutes and push those hips forward, lean back, breathe. 3 more breaths. And then slowly on your exhale, come back down. Bring your legs forward. If there's any movement that you want to do, maybe sway a little bit side to side, feel free to do that. And then settle in for the second side. The left foot is in front of you, right foot is next to you. Walk and go to the left. You sit tall. Knees should be somewhat in a line here. Okay? Perfect. So whenever you're ready, placing the left hand down, and you're going to inhale, lift, push the hips forward. Push them forward as far as you can. And as you inhale, sweeping the arms, and then exhale to the other side. You have it 2 more times like this. If this is too uncomfortable, feel free to just stay in one pose, leaving the left hand on the floor. And the next time you're on your left side, stay. So this time you're going to stay as we can place the block down, and you like to get a little bit more back bend into it. So push those hips forward, squeeze your glutes, reach your hand back, look where you're reaching with your head. 3 more breaths. Really pushing hips forward. And then slowly come down. From arm of that, you can't. And then bring the hands behind us. Let's gently do a little bit of swaying side to side. One more hip opening before we settle down and do a little more stretching and then relaxing. So feet together, away from your body. Again, you can place some blocks or both old pillows underneath your hips if you like. So push those feet a little bit away from your hips so you have a nice rectangle. Very good shapes. So take a breath in here and then try to hinge at your hips. So it's more like you're trying to keep the back straight, pushing the hips forward with your straight back. You can use your hands to kind of pull you down. And the longer you can keep your back straight, this is the first time when you start rounding up. And just relaxing down towards your feet. If you're not using your blocks behind your, if you're not sitting on your blocks, you can use them for your forehead. You can just place them down and relax the forehead onto them. If you're comfortable just hanging down here, please feel free to do that. Just pull yourself down as much as you can using your feet and breathe. Last breath. Pull yourself as close as you can. Like exhale, come to your feet. Then inhale, slowly come out. Beautiful. See if you can stretch those legs wide. You can use those blocks again. Try to sit as tall as you can. Both feet are out. Toes are up. Now we're going to do a little bit of a flow before we settle in. You can have your straps ready. You can hip it towards your right foot if you like. And then let it go. Perfect. Sit up tall. Inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, you're going to lean towards the left leg. You reach towards your left toes. Inhale, back center. Exhale to the other side. Let's go for 3 more rounds like this. Inhaling straight in the back. Keeping the chest forward, so don't lean towards that leg. Push your chest away. 2 more rounds for me. And then next time, you're going to come to your right leg. You're going to stay there. This is the time that you can grab the strap. If this is too intense, feel free to bring your left knee in and do a half. So we grab our toes, we place the hand under our legs, inside or out, just to get us anchored for 3 more breaths. Open through the chest. Hand can go behind your back and twist open through your chest. And then next, inhale, come back up center. Exhale to the other side. If you need to use your strap, move it. Use your toes or just place the hand under. Reaching for the toes or bring your hand behind and opening through our shoulders. 2 more breaths. And your next inhale, come back center. Beautiful. Bring your legs together. Take the straps away. And we can lower ourselves down to the floor. So slowly roll down to the floor. Bring your knees towards your chest. Rock side to side, gently massaging the lower back. And we're going to put feet back on the mat as wide as your mat and let the knees fall in. We'll stay here for about 6 breaths. So just take your time. Just breathe. Last breath. Before we pull the knees apart. So whenever you're ready, pull the knees apart. Keep your feet wide. You're going to simply allow the knees to fall to the right. Then inhale back center. Exhale, inhale, let them fall to the left. So gentle moving side to side 3 more times. So go with your breath, inhaling, letting them fall. Exhaling, bring them center. And then next time your legs, your knees are to the right, you're gonna just keep them there. Just allow them to fall. Bring your hands, slide the hands up. Do a T, palms up towards the ceiling. Head is turning to the left. Right knee can hook onto your right ankle and hook onto your left knee. And you breathe. Allow your legs to be heavy for another 5 breaths. And then gently releasing that ankle from that knee. Inhale here, exhale back center. And inhale, let the knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right. The left ankle can hook on your right knee if you like. And stay here for 8 breaths. And another breath. Before you unhook your ankle, inhale, exhale, bring your feet back center. One more time, bringing both knees towards our chest. Hold them in, rock side to side. And we will finish our practice with our bridge. So strengthening of our glutes here. So whenever you finish rocking side to side, place your feet close to your hips, but not too close. Making sure, let's actually walk our feet a little bit wide and turn our toes out today. Allow the knees to be kind of open, okay? Hands come next to your hips. You're gonna squeeze into our glutes here, and we're gonna lift up on an inhale and exhale, lower down. You have 9 more, so go at your own pace. Keep squeezing as you lift, lower down. Keep on going. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. All that works is here, your glutes. About 3 more times up and down. Keep squeezing your hips, glutes. And this is our last one. We'll lift it up, hold it up in the air. Hold it up. And turn your feet in, walk your feet a little bit closer together. Lift the hips, hold it here. You should feel it in your hamstring. If you do have a block and have it handy, slide it underneath your hips and then let them rest there. And this is our time to finish our practice in a Shavasana. But before we get there, I would like you to bring your feet up. So even if you don't have a block, simply lift the legs up. Or if this is how you want to finish your practice, then you can rest them against a wall or a chair. And then turn your palms back up towards the ceiling. We'll stay here for 5 breaths because before we settle into whichever way you like to finish your practice. So in any forms of Shavasana you like. So about 3 more breaths with your feet up. And then gently lower the feet down to the floor if you are finishing practice in a different way. And then settle in into your Shavasana. Try to go back to breathing into your belly, making sure your belly swells with every inhale and fully deflates with every exhale. Trying to make your breath, your inhale longer than your exhale. So let go of all the thoughts in your head. See if you can only concentrate on your breath as it's coming in through your nose and out through your nose. Allow your body to be heavy and relaxed, sinking down into your mouth. It becomes so heavy that it disappears on you. Trying to make your inhales longer than your exhales. And slowly bring the awareness back to the body. Maybe move your big thumb and your thumbs and then big just circle them. And then your rest of the fingers start moving. Maybe you want to roll your wrists around. Point and flex your toes. Circle those ankles. And if you do have any props, please take them from underneath you. And we will all bring our feet towards our mat. And on our next inhale, bring the arms up and over. Take a nice long stretch here. Maybe pull one hand and then the other, one arm and then the other. And then slowly turning to one side. And taking a breath or two before you push yourself up to seated. We'll finish our practice today with 3 breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth. You can add the hands to it if you like. Just like we began my practice, we'll finish the same way. So inhale, arms come up in your lap. Exhale through center in your mouth. Thank you so much for joining me again this Tuesday. I hope to see some of you next week, or you will see me next week. Have a great rest of the week ahead and awesome weekend. We'll see you. From my heart to yours, namaste.